What is good, friends, and welcome back. I hope you're having a great week so far. Yes, the bistro is still open for 1 day and 22 hours. And surprise, surprise, we have a new officer, an artillery officer that behave like Antonina and Lady Liberté. She throws shells at 5 grid range, which is quite interesting if you are an artillery player that include the rocket truck, howitzer, and anti-tank gun. She got some interesting skills, so we're gonna review them. Not in depth. This is not a proper review. I want to share my thought about this officer, talk a little bit about her skills. Which one should you awaken first? I think there is a particular order, a best way to do so. As you can see, I drank 350 cocktails so far. I think I'm halfway there, give or take. I don't plan to drink more. I'm gonna benefit from the progress rewards as much as possible, should I say. But I'm in no rush to awaken. In my case, I already have Lady Liberté, so I'm happy with her. I don't plan to replace her, and so far Antonina still got it, so I'm in no rush. But next month I should be able to give you a proper review so you can be inspired. Maybe that will help you make a better decision if you should awaken her or not. Maybe you hesitate between Lady Liberté and Madame Vindicta. They are quite similar, but she's definitely better than Antonina. So let's review her skills. Before we do, just in case you're not familiar with the bistro is the place where you can awaken those exclusive officers that are much stronger than the free-to-play. The thing is, you can only visit the bistro once per month, and those officers, they can only be awakened with their own statues. To obtain their own statues, you need cocktails. You can either buy those cocktails by purchasing gift packs or convert beers into cocktails. You need 120 beers to make 40 cocktails, and out of those 40 cocktails, you can expect getting 30 to 40 statues, give or take, depends of your luck. You could be unlucky and only obtain 25, or you could be lucky and obtain 50. Since you need 720 statues to fully awaken an officer, providing that you obtain 40 statues every month, do the math, it can take quite a while. So choosing the right officer is important, so in 2 years you don't realize you made a bad choice. Okay, now let's review or have a look at this officer, Madame Vindicta. She is an artillery specialist from the Vanguard camp. She wears the field tag, meaning that she works best on the battlefield rather than inside your base. You'll see why. Now, her first skill, called Punishing Shot, it's a tactical one, meaning that every 8 seconds she will deal up to 1800 damage coefficient. If she is outside your base, she will gain a bonus of 25%, so 2250 skill damage if you do the math. That right now she's a class leader. She deals more damage than Lady Liberté, but that's not it. She got more surprise. Her first skill, or first passive skill, called Loyal Battalion, it's an offense type of skill, increases the damage intensity of this officer's troop by 15%. While in the field, their troops' damage intensity is increased by an extra 20%. So in a total of 35% when she fight on the battlefield. Lady Liberté have the exact same skill, 35% damage coefficient increase. The beauty about this skill, which was the first to awaken, you can train any unit or any officer for any unit. There's no tag on this skill. It's universal. That is a plus. That's why I think you should start with this skill first. Her second passive skill called Iron Talon. It's a special type. So a special type skill, you can only skill train the captain and not the 8. If this officer is in an artillery troop, increases their troops' firepower by up to 10% and boosts the critical strike chance for skills used by officers, more than one, in their troop by 30%, up to 50%, which means every time she cast her tactical skill, she got a 50% chance to hit a critical strike rate, and this augment the damage to 150%. Quite cool. It's the first artillery officer that have a critical strike rate bonus, so I can't wait to see that in action. I tried fighting a Raven. I didn't see the critical strike register. You just see the number in yellow, which is the not the critical strike, but the tactical damage. But you have to believe you lit it on this one. I'm sure it does register, you just don't see it on the screen. But anyways, that is another proper skill. The last passive skill called Unrelenting Will. Sorry. Another special type of skill. If this officer is in an artillery troop, deals extra skill damage up to 200 to the target whenever their troop lands a critical strike with a damage dealing skill. This effect can be triggered once per second. If I understand this correctly, every time you deal a tactical or you cast a tactical skill that register a critical strike, you get a 200 damage coefficient bonus. That's how I understand it. And maybe I forgot about this detail. In this skill description for the previous skill, Iron Talon, boost the critical strike chance for skills used by officers. Does it mean it boosts both officers' skill? Not too sure. With officers with an S, I would believe so, but it's hard to get this confirmation anyways. So once you max those 4 skills to 5, then you will awaken her with the ultimate measures, which gives you the extended range, just like Antonina, just like Lady Liberté. So all in all, pretty strong. If you are hesitating between Lady Liberté and Madame Vindicta, I would strongly recommend to go with her. She's the latest, she's the greatest, she deals the most amount of damage. She does, and she doesn't have the skill silence, the 25% skill silence that Lady Liberté have. However, when she hits you, you will know. She deals the most amount of damage. I can't wait to try her and test her on the battlefield. She will slap pretty hard. And if you want to see her in action, let's have a look on the animation. So I'm gonna attack a Raven. I'm gonna let the tactical skill load and I will unleash it. Oh, you didn't quite see it. Let me do that again. With the... It's so quick. With the rocket launcher you have. There you go. Boop. So she throws a mortar at the target, completely annihilating the troop. So expect a devastating effect on the enemy when you have her fully awakened. Just imagine the amount of damage she will deal. It will be quite unreal. Now, the famous question, is she worth it? Well, that's up to you. I mean, it's always the question I ask to myself. If you are a mega whale that purchase everything under the sun, you don't even need to watch this video, you buy her anyways. But if you're a casual spender to a moderate spender, so every purchase has to be justified. Should I spend? Should I not spend? Well, you shouldn't spend, but if you want to, like I said, she is better than Lady Liberté. Is she an upgrade from Lady Liberté? Not really. She's just a little bit better. She is definitely an upgrade to Antonina, that is for sure. Antonina, she still got it, but her damage, it doesn't compare. If you look at her tactical skill, she dealt 1200 plus a damage coefficient of 20%. That is like night and day. But Antonina, she is a Gen 1 officer. For all you free to play, she's decent. She works fine. If you know how to play with the artillery, you will be able to one-shot most of your enemies, okay? In my case, so right now, as you can see, I have 2 howitzers, 1 rocket truck. On my best howitzer, that is a almost max unit, I mean almost max wrenches. I do have Lady Liberté and Red Heat. Once I will awaken Madame Vindicta, I will replace Lady Liberté with Madame Vindicta. That's the recommended pairing from Lilith, and most of the time it's on point. I mean, the recommendation is works great. Now I will probably replace Antonina with Madame Vindicta. I'm gonna just reset this lineup right here, and on the rocket truck, that would be interesting. With Future's Venture, Madame Vindicta would be also a good combo. But anyways, so Antonina, she will be out, and Lady Liberté will replace her on my 3rd howitzer, or my 2nd howitzer. My 3rd howitzer, I don't plan to put Antonina because this howitzer stays inside the base. And Antonina, she is not the best for base defense. She doesn't do splash damage, and splash damage is what you want when your base is under attack. That is right now the best defensive, the best garrison pairing, bar none. Okay, well, Red Heat is better, but not everyone can afford her. So as a free-to-play, this is the best by far. So this howitzer will stay inside the base for 2 reasons. It's the weakest one of my lineup, yet it's the one that destroyed the most amount of units when my base is under siege because of the splash damage. Okay, so Antonina has no business to be in charge of this howitzer, and this howitzer on the field, since it doesn't have any wrenches, not even classic one, it's on the bottom of the feeding. It's a bottom feeder, meaning that it won't deal significant damage even with a strong officer. So for me, she is an upgrade to Antonina. Maybe for you, you have a good anti-tank gun and you want to benefit that unit from the extended range against aircraft. Yeah, that could be a reason, I guess. I mean, it's up to you. But if you think that will be an upgrade to Lady Liberté, no way. They're not night and day. Like I said, Antonina, yes, I would believe Antonina is getting weak, but still there. So, like I said, I mean, it's a hard decision, right? And most of you guys, you don't have 3 super strong howitzers. There's always 1 strong, 1 mid, and 1 really low, just my case. So all in all, I hope that this will give you enough information to do the right, make the right decision. If not, wait until next month. She will be probably awakened, and that will give you a good idea on how she behaved on the battlefield. I will run plenty of tests. I guarantee you, I know a lot of you guys are curious to know how she behaved on the battlefield. I think she will do awesome, but you want to see it, right? So until then, friends, I'm gonna catch you on the next one. If you like this content, give me a thumbs up. It will help other commanders reach out for this awesome content. And I wish you a great weekend. See ya.